Welcome back to No Fun Channel. I'm Felix, and he has been sworn in as president. But before that, there was a celebration that went on. Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Soulja Boy, and Rick Ross performed. And needless to say, a lot of people are calling them sellouts. And people also want to know how much does Snoop Dogg get paid, because he's been out there hustling. Is he in debt? Is that why he took the job? Soulja Boy is freaking out because of the backlash. Did he think his fans would just be cool with it? He clearly doesn't know his fan base. Nelly's fighting back. They're both fighting for their lives. Rick Ross and Snoop Dogg have been quiet. But, yeah, I'm not surprised by Nelly or Soulja Boy. Well, I'm not surprised by Rick Ross. Not even Snoop Dogg, really. Because if you look at what Snoop Dogg's been doing lately, it fits. It fits with the path he's been going down. And sad but true, someone put it that he's not the Snoop Dogg old. Pretty much just look at what he's been doing, what I just said. And yeah, he's become the old white man. It is basically what's happened. Soulja Boy, I can 100% believe he did it for the money. And he pretty much said he did it for the money. So I don't understand. Did he think he could just do it and wouldn't face any backlash? That's naive. Nelly's arguing that there's no clan, which I thought was stupid. I forget who he's talking to. A person like telling, there's a clan country out here doing this. And Nelly's like, there's no clan. And it's like, even I wanted to go smack Nelly. Like, just shut up. Stop being stupid. But unfortunately, it is what it is. They did it, and now they got to suffer the consequences of their actions. And I think for a lot, Snoop hit the hardest just because, he spent all these past couple years just, dogging people out for, looking at the boot heels or looking at Trump's boots. And here he is with his knee pads out. So, yeah, it's no different. And you can't flip the script like that so quick, like just you're here, and all of a sudden you're here. It's like, what happened? What happened in between? Like, what happened to you that you flipped the script so much? It's like you're like doing 180. But then again, if you look at the path he's been going down, it shouldn't surprise you. He's doing whatever he wants, and he has the right to do whatever he wants. But at the same time, he's going to have to suffer the backlash for all of it, and that's what's going on. But also, the rioters from January 6th got pardoned, and that's going to be a huge backlash in ways that we haven't seen yet. There's going to be problems with that down the road. You wait and see. And I just hope we survive the next 4 years, to be honest with you. That's what I'm hoping for. The way this man's moving, I wouldn't be surprised if we wound up at war with Canada. We got Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute. We got snowstorms. It's like Armageddon out there. The East Coast is freezing. The West Coast is burning. The middle is caught in between. Florida's getting snow. Texas is getting snow. I don't know if most of the other places are just going through hardship. They're trying to remove fluoride from the water. We got a guy who doesn't believe in science running, pretty much controlling our health. It's like, you don't believe in science? That's not how that works. It doesn't matter if you believe in science. It's not how that works. It's not faith-based. So, but yeah, it's just, we got people with beliefs that could destroy this country. It's not an exaggeration. I mean, even Germany's pretty much on high alert against us. It's like they're keeping an eye on us. The whole world's watching. Just wait for one misstep to be like, all right, move in. And I could see that happening. If he actually did try to go and take Canada, what he fails to miss is Canada is sitting right there. They could just launch nukes. I don't know if Canada, I wouldn't be surprised if they do have nukes, but they can just launch a nuke and launch missiles and call it a day. And that'd be that. And you talking about the Gulf of Mexico, changing it to Gulf of America. It's like, that's not how that works. You can't just go take what you want. Bad things happen when you do that. And that's what's going to happen. Is that UN's either going to step in. That'd be interesting if UN finally stepped in and be like, no. And they would just have to remove everybody. But like I said, I just hope we survive the next 4 years. The next 4 years, if we can survive, whoever gets in there next, maybe they can undo the damage. But and also along the same line, the TikTok ban, in my opinion, was 100% a publicity stunt, a political publicity stunt. Because people are now saying Biden did the ban. There was more to it. First off, Trump's the one that pushed for the ban. And people don't understand that the reason Biden signed off, it was attached to other things that he didn't have a choice. If he didn't sign it, other things were going to happen. So it's like, if you don't sign this, ABC's not going to happen, and all this bad stuff will happen because you didn't sign it. So it was one of those kind of catch-22 type of situations. And it's not the first time Congress has done something like that. They tacking on the bills that are great bills. They'll tack something stupid on there that makes people have to vote against it. So it's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And unfortunately, a lot of politicians said they voted against the TikTok ban because of that. But here's the thing. I still think they should have voted against it. Because when I found out it was part of the Ukraine stuff, I'll be honest with you, I'm not forcing the money over there right now. We have so many issues over here. We always talk about there's no money for education, no money for healthcare, no money for this. But then we find billions upon billions of dollars to send to foreign aid. How about we help our people first? You know, charity begins at home. But either way, it's done. I do like the way Biden went out. He kind of went out, like dropped the mic and said, good luck. But, yeah. I just hope Congress doesn't implode. I hope they keep the president in check. And I don't get this obsession of people for him. I don't get it. He's a politician. Why are you worshiping him? It makes no sense. And these people think he's going to put things right to where they'll have more money in their pocket or have this and that. No, he's going to take care of the 1%. He's going to take care of the 1%. He doesn't care about you. And that's always weirded me out, that people think that he's a regular Joe Smo, and he's not. So we'll see what happens down the road. But in the meantime, I have not been going to the gym, so get away from politics stuff. Yeah, I started last week going to the gym, but it got so cold now this week that I've decided not to go. I'm going to work out from home. I didn't work out yesterday, but I'm going to work out today. Yesterday was my birthday, so I'm 1 year closer to 50, so I'm 49. So happy 50th birthday to me, or happy 49th birthday. I actually turned off all notifications on my birthday on social media because I actually hate getting notifications. I've hated it since I was probably in my late 20s. I don't really celebrate my birthday. It's just another day. If anything, the best thing I like to do is just take time off. I do like it when my family acknowledges it, but other than that, I just want to be left alone. My wife and kids acknowledged it, and I was happy. And it made me happy. And my mom and sister said happy birthday, and that made me happy. Other than that, I don't need a happy birthday from anyone else. I'm good. But as for working out, I started working out. I did try to work out last week from home. We got elliptical. And I tried to do the elliptical. I put it on the hardest setting just to see what I could do. I barely did a minute. So I'll put it back on the easy setting and do it tonight. I'll try to do my 6 minutes on it and lift some weights and do some lunges. Try to do a full body workout. I'll probably also spend some time cleaning because I do need to clean. This morning our house was freezing. Our heat could not keep up. We're in single digits. I was surprised our temperature was still in the 50s, to be honest with you, because we're in single digits. And we need to get our house insulated. That's something I need to work on. But yeah, it was bad. And it just couldn't keep up. You know, truth be told, I think we need to gut our house and start over. Insulate everything. But we just don't have the money to do that. So it's not a realistic option. But yeah, so my goal is not going to the gym and working out from home. And also shoveling. I've been shoveling as well. Mainly I had my kids shoveling, but I go out there and shovel too, get my workout in. Uh, but yeah, this snow, the freeze. I'd rather just have snow than the freezing cold, to be honest with you. But yeah, this single digit stuff is for the snowman, for Frosty. School's getting canceled because it's too cold to have the kids stand out there waiting for the bus. They probably freeze to death, which is something we don't want. But yeah, everything, so much crap going on in just a short amount of time. It's still January. Do you realize it's still January? And all this stuff is going on. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. So I said, I hope we just survive the 4 years and move to the next one. Worst case scenario I'm looking at is that he's trying to get us back to the 80s. I grew up in the 80s, so hopefully it's not that bad. Hopefully we can move forward and next president gets in there and fixes everything. I don't get his need to remove us from everything, to denounce science. It's like we're going back to the Stone Age with that stuff. It's like we come so far only to get pushed back so far. It's like the rich don't want you to advance. They're purposely tearing education apart. They don't want you to be smart. They need you to be stupid so you can believe everything they're saying, which is working, unfortunately. The stupid are falling in line. And it's just, please let us survive the next 4 years. But yeah, it's just, oh my God. And sorry, I got back into politics, but get away from that. It's just, ugh. One thing I've been watching is those car videos, idiots in cars, and shocking video footage and the cam car stuff. One thing I've noticed is since cameras have become so popular in cars, in the beginning, if you saw a person with a car, 9 times out of 10, they were usually the person in the right. It's like a 90% chance they were right and the other person's wrong. But I've noticed a trend. There are more and more and more people posting their camera footage, and they're 100% in the wrong. Now it's like 50-50 toss-up whether or not the cam person was in the wrong. Because I watched one where it was clear the cam person had plenty of time to slow down, plenty of time to avoid the accident, and they chose to ram the car, and they're like, my insurance company held me at fault. Yeah, you hit the car. You could have stopped. And people will argue, oh, fisheye lens. Like, no. If the image was distorted that much, insurance companies would not use them at all. It wouldn't be liable. It wouldn't be reliable. So they wouldn't use them. So don't give me that crap about fisheye lens. You can't tell me every single camera is using a fisheye lens. It's not true. And I don't think any of them are using fisheye lens, first off. Because that would make no sense, to be honest with you. It has no purpose to have a fisheye lens in there to distort the image like that. A fisheye lens distorts the image. And you don't want your image distorted if you're trying to use that in a court of law. Because that could actually get it thrown out. So, yeah, that's a no-go for me. If you believe that, that's okay. But, yeah, the fisheye lens thing never made sense to me. And another situation I saw where the merge, people talking about the zipper merge, in the comments like, yeah, zipper merge. But other people point out, no, there's nothing saying he has to let you over. And in the video, the woman's screaming at her, man, to stop it. Just stop. Just get behind him. It was like, and he was clearly in the wrong. He was one of those people that waited till like a second to get over. Here's the thing with that zipper merge crap, which is what I call it, is that requires me, who already got over it, to allow you, who waited till like a second to get over. No. Now, if you wait, if there's like a spot, like a half, say like it's a mile till we get to the point, and we're at the half mile mark, okay, then I might let you over. But if we're literally at the sign, we're at the arrow, we see the flashing arrow saying get over, you're screwed. I'm not letting you over. You're on your own. I think that's stupid. You had plenty of time to get over. You chose not to. It's not my fault. You're not my problem. Now, there are cases where people couldn't get over. But still, to make it all the way to the arrow, no, you had plenty of time. You could have slowed down, put your blinker on, but you chose to wait till you get the arrow and put the blinker on. So, no. And there's another one. A car pulls out, but you're like 2 miles away beeping your horn. I mean, exaggerating on how far away, but pretty much like you're 4 or 5 car lengths away. And in one of those videos, you could hear the cam guy speed up. Like, what are you speeding up for? They're in front of you, plenty of room, and the next light is red. So what are you doing? And it's like, and then you hear the cam guy yelling and screaming and put a caption, "Idiot pulled out in front of me." And comments like, no, they didn't actually. They had plenty of time. You had time to slow down, so on and so forth. And then there's another one where the cam guy, the car is behind him, and it goes around him. That's all it did. It just went around, and the cam guy started beeping on, "Asshole, beep, 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 beep." It's like, you need not to be driving. You're nuts. All that car did was go around you. And in a lot of those cases, like, road rage could be avoided if you just use common sense. Just slow down. Just, if you see a car, slow down. If you see someone doing something crazy, get away from them. And I don't understand people who wail on the horn for a mile. It's like, because that's going to make me want to stop. Get out, smash your window. Like, I get it. And now I'm going to smash your window. Now I'm going to smash your window. Because you pushed it to the point where now you pissed me off. It's like, okay, I accidentally cut you off, sorry. But then you keep honking the horn. Now we got to fight. And that's usually what happens. And the cam guy usually gets their butt kicked, to be honest with you. Or they take off. It's like, you shouldn't have kept laying on the horn. But yeah. Yeah, it when I watched that stuff, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I will say one thing. There was that Senator Fetterman. Is that how you say his name? He showed up at the inauguration in shorts. He does not like Trump, and he has zero respect for it. I don't blame him. There's a lot of people don't like him. I don't even know if I would have went to it, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, that people also talking about Obama and Michelle Obama getting divorced. I don't know how true that is. Just because they don't go places together doesn't mean they're getting divorced. I don't go a lot of places with my wife. Doesn't mean we're getting divorced. Sometimes people read way too much into stuff, but even if they got divorced, who cares? They're not in the White House anymore. Now, with the fires going on, they were talking about Meghan Markle, publicity stunt, and all this stuff. But yet they don't talk about all the celebrities who were also in the news. They only talked about her, which a lot of people point out was just straight up racism. Like, you had Mel Gibson, James Woods, Jennifer Garner. There was a whole bunch of them in the paper. Notice the common denominator between all of them. They were white. Meghan Markle, who's mixed and looks black, or was it black presenting, she gets roasted. It's like, that makes no sense. Why aren't you roasting everybody? Now, James Wood did get called out, and Mel Gibson got called out for stuff that they did, but not for being in the news for the fire. And for I understand with Meghan Markle, she actually didn't call the press, and she had been there a couple days before anyone realized it was her. So there's that. So it's like, yeah, you're just being racist. Just admit you're racist and leave it at that. Another thing, with the inauguration and parties going on, they showed Donald Trump dancing. That man should not dance. Saturday Night Live was going to have a field day making fun of him. No, I think he's even trying to take away people's ability to make fun of him. If that happens, then we're in some serious trouble. It's not a joke. That's affecting freedom of speech. So we will be in some serious trouble if that happens. But yeah, he shouldn't dance. His dancing is atrocious, and he really should not dance. Now, another thing I haven't done yet is I was going to do Moho animation. I still haven't sat down and watched the videos and done it. Every time I get ready to do it, I'm so burnt out. Like, even now, I'm kind of a little tired and burnt out, and I just can't focus. One thing I have been focused on, though, is my eating. I've been doing a lot better with my eating. More cautious eating at home. Try not to eat too much. I wouldn't say purposely skipping meals, but I'm cautious of how I eat. Like, if I eat a big breakfast, I think, do I really need lunch? Because I had a really big breakfast, and I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to force myself to eat. So I've been doing that. And so far, I think that's been going. I'm trying to get, because that's how I lost the first 20, 30 pounds, is that I forced myself not to eat if I'm not hungry. Because I found myself really just eating because there was food to eat. And I got away from that. And I think I kind of a little bit got back to that. Like the snacks, I'm trying to stay away from chips and pop and things like that, and eat more healthy. Like I have a bowl of cauliflower and carrots, and I do like cauliflower and carrots. So I was like, I need to get back to eating that, because I do like eating that. So got my cauliflower, got my bowl. It's pretty much gone. Got the cauliflower dust on it. You see it there. I had them mixed together. I bought 2 bags of cauliflower the other day, and they went bad, and I was pissed. It's like, how'd you go bad so bad? And I was like, I only had them for a couple days, because I ate the one, and I didn't put it in like a Ziploc, and it went bad. And then the other one went bad. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They went bad that fast? It's like, I think I had them for 2 days, and it's just like, well, okay, from now on I got a small, 1 bag at a time, and buy small bags. So there's that. But I'm happy that I feel like I'm back on track. I just got to stick with it. And I finally got my medical provider understand that I would like to know why my potassium tanked. For a long time, my potassium's been going down, and I constantly keep having to say I like to know why. Finally, I stood my ground. Like, I need to know why my potassium has tanked. I want to know why. And she can't give me the answers. Like, I need to know why it tanked. Don't just tell me it's just something that happens, because it doesn't just happen. The human body is complex, but it's not so complex that we can't figure it out. And even if it turns out it's something that can't actually be fixed, I still want to know why. And what's the harm in wanting to know why? It got to the point where I felt like I was going to have to yell at her to be like, schedule me an appointment to get this checked out. And then she did a potassium test, and guess what? My potassium was low. Oh no, it's low. It was really low. It was below the normal. Not a lot, but enough to where she was like, oh, start taking extra potassium. It was like, this is why we need to find out why my potassium's tanking. Because potassium affects a lot of things. And she was stuck on potassium causing weight loss, not weight gain. Potassium can cause both. It can cause weight gain and weight loss. Potassium can control your blood pressure. My blood pressure is through the roof. Potassium controls a lot in your body. And if I can get my potassium under control, it probably would drop my blood pressure, and I'll probably lose weight. But people don't want to hear that. It's like, I can't stand people in professions where they refuse to listen. It's just not the medical profession. I run into it in IT, where someone knows something inside and out about something, and if you correct them on something about it, it's like they lose their stuff. And it's like, and that's what it felt like when I was talking to her. And she had a student doctor training with her, and she was more receptive, and I think she understood that I wanted to know. But my primary is like, she didn't want me to find out why. I am considering getting someone else. There's something about her, I'll be honest, I just don't like her. She might be a decent person outside of work, but as for being my primary care person, I think it's time for me to move on. I was supposed to start looking, but it's been so cold, I don't know when I can set up an appointment to go. Everything keeps closing. Everyone's like leaving early, so I might tomorrow call a place I know and see if I can set up an appointment, and just to see what they say. Because I think I'm on too much blood pressure medicine. I'm on too much stuff, period. I need to get this fixed. I don't want to just keep taking pills. It's not what I want to keep doing. So if I can get my weight down and get off these medicines, that'll be awesome. But yeah, I'm done with the pills and fighting with people over my stuff. I'm just going to from now on stand my ground and be like, no. Now, there was one thing where I saw Biden was pardoning a lot of people. He pardoned a lot of people who were activists. He pardoned a whole bunch of them, got them out of there. He commuted a bunch of sentences and stuff. That I can commend. Get all those people out of there. They shouldn't be in jail. All they did was stand up for their rights, and they wound up in jail. But yeah, I just hope we survive the next 4 years. Let us survive the next 4 years. Oh, man. I don't know. It's... And then with TikTok, people were going to... they called it Rednet, but that's not the real name of it. I think it's like really translates to Red Book, but I can't say the Chinese name. I have to hear it, then I can say it, and I can't remember what it was, but it was funny. These Americans were going over there thinking they could just treat that Chinese-owned app however they want it, only to discover, no, that was not going to fly. So people were getting kicked off left and right. And those who didn't get kicked off said, all you got to do is not act up. And it's China. You can't go in there doing publicity stunts and political stuff. They're not going to put up with it. The app really is just about enjoying life and having fun. And I think it's really supposed to showcase that, life is good in China type of deal. But either way, this is a foreign app designed for China. It's not like it was an app designed for everyone. This app was designed for China. And you're going on there acting a fool. And you can't understand why you're getting kicked off. And people are going on there in very revealing clothes and don't understand why they're getting kicked off. But I will say what I noticed is Red Book, or whatever its full name is, has a TikTok now. They're posting on TikTok. People. So I thought that was interesting. And so, yeah. So they're posting on TikTok. And I would not go to Rednote or Red Book. I wish I knew the real name. I would not go to it just because I won't be able to understand anything. The culture is going to be different. I won't be able to speak the language. Now, there was talk of creating like they were separating out the IPs to where the Americans had their own version and China had their version. That would probably work better. But you still have to understand that's a Chinese app, and I do like the skits I saw on TikTok. Well, people had Chinese people showing up at their house talking about, oh, you're in the army now. What are you talking about? Didn't you read the agreement? It was in Chinese. You should have read it. Then why'd you agree to it? And which is correct, 100% correct. You never know. Could have said that. And even talking about housing Chinese people and stuff, that your house is now part of the Chinese government and all this stuff. I thought it was hilarious. And I loved the Chinese spy skits. I kept seeing people saying goodbye to their Chinese spy and we'll never see each other again. And then a couple of them talking about, oh, you're going to rent it. Oh, then that's perfect. I'll see you at home. I can do this from home now. I can work from home. But, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. I think I'm just distracted. There's so much going on. So much going on. And again, this is the 21st of January. My birthday is on the 20th. I only celebrated my birthday in MLK. But yeah, oh man. I will say one thing, Caitlyn Jenner, someone posted about, Trump being president, and someone responded to Caitlyn Jenner saying, yeah, he just signed an executive order saying we have to go back to calling you Bruce. I was like, oh man. I was like, that's a good one. That was a good one. So yeah. That's what you voted for. And what's funny is she is transphobic, which I think is hilarious. It's like right up there with gay people being homophobic. It's like, how are you homophobic? You're gay. And it's right up there with black people being racist towards black people. Hispanics being racist towards Hispanics. The white people being racist towards white people. To me, it's hilarious. It's like, I can understand certain things like, oh, you don't like this about this stuff here. But also, I never hated a group. I can't say I ever hated a group, actually, because I know it's not the group, it's the individual. And the problem is we don't have people who can think that way. Too many people think the other way, that, oh, if this one person's part of this group, that whole group must be bad. And that's not how that works. And unfortunately, there's too many people who think that way, where if one is bad, then toss them all out. Was it tossing the baby out with the bathwater, because the bathwater's dirty. I can't remember the actual saying, but something to that effect. And I think what it is, they're going with the one bad apple spoils a whole bunch. But again, that doesn't work for a whole group. It's like if you say that about 10 people, no, even actually still that saying doesn't work, because it's that one person. Get rid of that one person. But you can save the apples if you get rid of that rotten apple. If you find the rotten apple in time, you're good. If the rotten apple touched a couple other apples, get rid of those apples too. You're good. You're going to be all right. Rinse the rest of the apples off. You're okay. And I think that's what's missing with people's brains when it comes to hating someone or hating a whole group. It's like you hate a whole group because you had a bad experience with one person. That's like when I find out why some people are racist. It's like some are racist because they had one bad experience with someone of a different race. And some people are just racist to be racist. Nothing ever happened to them at all. And they're still just racist towards those people. It's like, really? So basically you're just racist to be racist? Okay. And there's not much you can do about it. You just got to move on. But yeah. Oh, the Nazi salute from Musk. People trying to say it's a Roman salute. And like the Roman salute's not a thing. It came about in Italy as a way to disguise their hatred. It was like a fascist. I can't even say the word. It was basically a hate mongering group that created it and tried to say it was a Roman salute. And then the Nazis took it and ran with it. So, yeah, you can call it a Roman salute. It's still racism. It's still a fascist salute. So you're trying to bring in a dictatorship, really. And, almost trying to get in on the ground floor. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens. One more thing. Green Day, how they always change their thing, talking about not part of the Trump agenda. Now they changed it to not part of the Elon Musk agenda. On the I forgot what I was going to say. Zuckerberg. A lot of people think he may have bought TikTok, which is a possibility. I hope not, but TikTok was a pretty good platform for people to go on and just talk. But I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if something was worked out. As for the blackout, I think that was just a publicity stunt. People try to say, they blacked out so they could move the servers. You don't have to shut the system down in order to move servers. Maybe way back in the day you had to do that, but these days you don't. You can copy everything over while the servers are still running, and then flip a switch and you switch over. So you don't have to shut the servers down in order to do that. But, yeah. And, oh man, I'm just going to end it. I hope we survive the next 4 years. Everyone be careful out there. The weather is freezing. If you can, stay inside. If you're on the West Coast, prayers, because you can't stay inside. Your home's gone. But yeah, I hope February is a lot better. But everyone take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chat with you later. Later.